There was an initial call, a brief hold, and a transfer to a fax. That shows something about their character. They're trying to get around this, and they're trying to question me and test me on how much I know. And they'll do this to you. Normally they just send it over without any of these questions or transfers to a fax line. They're going to, some places, just generally send it over with no testing you. This location has some substantial, the dog's moving, sorry, substantial issues with being forthright with information or even following their own procedure. Sorry about that. So, whatever you have to do, you don't deviate from what you're asking for, because then they know you don't know what you're talking about. They know they are required to provide this information. It states right on the W-9 that they have to provide it. Okay, there's no question about it. It's your client. Doesn't matter if it's you, if it's another person you're getting it for, it's your client. You're correcting the records, and you have the right to correct these records and claim this credit. They are expanding your credit. Anytime they create a bond, anytime there's a case, anything mentioned, that docket is a docket number. Anytime they create the case number, create anything with your name, that is your credit that they are using. So claim it. This is part of it, the W-9. You have to report it because they're not going to report it. Courts are just going to pocket it and slide it in as abandoned funds. And that's what they're claiming, everything's abandoned. Again, they know they're required to give this upon proof or request. That's the bottom line. If they refuse, you tell them within 3 times. You give them 3 opportunities to provide it to you, or you just tell them that the IRS will handle it. They will investigate their suspicious activities, and you just fill it in all cap letters in their EIN spot, and I'll upload a form somewhere. Refused. And they know then the IRS will take over, because believe me, they don't want to be, how should I say, having those red flags brought up at the IRS, and because they know it's required, they know that they're supposed to be doing this, but they're already tax exempt, and they're already getting away without correcting the records and paying their tithe to the IRS. If you have to report them, so be it. That's on them. You have to give them 3 opportunities to stay in honor. You have to tell them 3 times. Can I have the W-9? I'm requiring this, and they know it's required, and it's performed. It's common business. They know what it is. They purchase things with it every day. Otherwise, there's something, that's a 13909 suspicious activity report, or there's also other means to report this to the IRS, and they take it very seriously, and things disappear. When you fill out the 1099-A, it's their EI position that you, of course, write the refused in all capital letters. When you are doing the 1099-A, you have to call the IRS and use their form specifically for the 1099-A. And the number to order these is 800-829-3676. And then you get all related forms for that year of the 1099-A or they're claiming. The C you can get also the 1040V, which is the voucher payment. And you get them all together, have them mailed to you. It takes about 7 days. What I do with the 1099-A, I make a copy for the court record, and then one goes to administration, the financial department. That way, when they know that that's on the case, they are more likely to dismiss it and correct it and set it off and do the appropriate accounting. And this is all this comes down to, it's accounting. I don't know what other questions that could possibly have on this. I know it's not a familiar subject to many. At some point I'll figure out live stream and do it that way, so if there's questions, I will include as many links or information or images as possible, but hopefully this helps a little bit. You'll just stay in peace and honor.